All right, everybody. This is Clint Arthur. And welcome to your weekly Celebrity Entrepreneur Mastermind experience. It's an experience, like it is in germs, it's an experience. And I'll tell you what, this whole process is a huge experience, a huge transformational experience. And I want to follow up on what I was talking about just a few minutes ago on the income doubler call. I was talking about what is reality, what is real, what is real, what is real. What is really real? Here's a cup of coffee. It's in a Bellagio mug. Now, this isn't an actual Bellagio mug. This isn't one of the mugs that you get at Bellagio. You have to buy this one in the gift shop. Does not make the coffee taste any less sweet. Yesterday, I was down in Washington, D.C. I was actually there today. I was down in Washington, D.C. doing some titanium coaching. Please put those away. Wow, a lot of people on this call. And I was thinking about the way this whole process of going on TV news and talk shows transforms a person, the way it transforms all of my magic messengers, how it has transformed me, and how it will transform you. Danny DeNovo, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can
You
you hear me?
Yeah, did I dream that, or did you actually confirm your fourth appearance off cold calls?
I confirmed it.
How did that happen?
It was somebody that we were kind of playing phone tag, I guess, or email tag rather, and then finally got a call and got on the same page and got it booked.
Good. Now, what cities are you booked in? Now, by the way, guys, Danny DeNovo, all she did was the one-on-one consult with me. And now she's been on some webinars, and she's made a bunch of cold calls. How many calls did you make altogether? How many producers did you talk to altogether?
Sorry, I got my daughter here. I've made, I think around 27.
27. So you got 4 for 27. That's basically one out of every 6 3/4 phone calls ended up in a booking.
Yes.
Great. What are the cities that you're going to be appearing in?
They are Norfolk, Virginia,
Good.
Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania,
Good.
Huntington, West Virginia, and Raleigh.
Very good. Those are all good. I like them. And let me ask you this. How has it changed you to book 4 appearances off cold calls?
Well, I mean, it's certainly given me a new level of confidence. This is not something I ever would have thought I would have done, like you said, off of one phone call with you and a couple of phone calls to people I never met before.
You realize each one of them is a sales call, right?
Oh yeah, I realize that.
Yeah. So now you have more confidence in your ability to sell.
Yeah, and I think just talk and, improvise when something's thrown at you and have rapport with people that I really know. I mean, I know nothing about their world, so
Yeah, good. Just talk and improvise and create rapport and just get on the phone with some person and make something happen.
yep.
Yeah, good. Wait till you get in the studios. Wait till you
Yeah,
get
I'm
in the
sure it'll be
studios.
different.
When you get it, no, when you get in the studios, you're really going to gain a whole different transformation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I believe you.
yeah, good. Let's bring on Leon Bree. Speaking of which, Leon Bree, where are you today? Where are you
Trying
today,
to.
Leon Bree?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Oh, you're
How
back
are
in
you?
Los Angeles, the media
Yep,
tour. You're back from your actual media tour.
that's correct.
And how was it?
It was awesome. Tiring, but awesome. It's a great experience.
What cities did you go to on this tour?
Um, Albuquerque, Tulsa, El Paso, Roanoke, Virginia. Well, I visited Charlotte, North Carolina. Um, those are the ones that I got appeared. Yeah, but I visited other cities too as part of in between.
Right.
So I got 5 appearances.
It looked like you were really having fun in Roanoke, Virginia.
Yeah, it has to do with the hosts also.
What the hell was going on there with those emojis they were holding up?
We just I came up with those cards or signs, and I would ask them the questions, the quiz that I have, the 10 questions, and they would answer whether they're stuck or they're unstuck. So yes or no. Instead of yes or no, it would be stuck or unstuck.
Good. And they had the card, and the card
Yeah,
has it stuck on one side and unstuck on the other side. And when
correct.
you're asking them the quiz, then they hold the card up to the correct picture.
Yes.
That's so great, man. Did the producer like that?
Oh yeah. They right away they liked the signs. They haven't seen the signs, so when I handed the signs to them on the set, one of the hosts was like to the other, look at this, how cool is this? And then we had a quick conversation right seconds before going live, maybe 30 seconds or a minute, and they said Leon Brie just like the cheese. I said yes, the best cheese ever. And they told me, one of them told me, I like the brie cheese, I warm it up, I combine it with this, and she kind of imagined it, drooling. And then the other said, oh, my favorite cheese is mozzarella. And it was kind of a bit boring, but so that first host was like, oh, she's from this boring state, whatever. So we had a great conversation. It was nice dynamic.
What happened to you on this like, did you change on this media tour?
I'm sure I changed one way or another. Yes, definitely.
How do you feel like you've changed? How do you feel different?
Well, I have more confidence. I stack confidence as I go to these appearances. The more I go, the more confidence I gain because I know what to expect. I know what to do when something comes up. I know the situations that might come up, what to say, how to act, um, and so forth. Getting experience.
Yeah. Getting experience. Sometimes you're going to sit down on the chair. Sometimes you're going to be in a studio and some unknown person, probably a guy, is going to come over to you and go, could you come with me, please, sir? And then he's going to bring you in the studio and he's going to say, please sit on the stool right here. And he's going to clip a microphone on you and he's going to say, and 3, 2, boom. And then the host will just go right into it like that. Sometimes it's going to happen just like that with no introduction, no pre-interview conversation, nothing. Sometimes it's just boom, boom, boom. You know, every time it's different. Yes.
Oh yeah. So
Every
you have to
time.
be flexible. You have to come up with stuff. You have to come up with great bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Now you go back to LA where you're stuck.
Huh?
Are you stuck in LA?
Physically, yeah, I kind of stuck. I need to be that here.
Yeah. When you look at what happened on the road and you look at what happens when you go to work every day in LA, compare and contrast.
Obviously, I like the traveling. These are two different worlds, completely different worlds. Completely, if you know what I mean. One is set, comfortable. Everything is set. No surprises. The other one is full of risk and surprises, and things might change. The last second, you don't know what to expect, and that's fun.
Now, this media tour you went on,
Mm-hmm.
it was kind of a vacation, right? It was like you took some vacation time, I suppose.
I saw it more of a work trip.
It is a work trip, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ever think you'd be doing a work trip like that?
Have I ever thought? Yeah, I've been not work. I've taken longer vacations. I've gone to overseas, Russia and Armenia for a month, 2 years in a row.
Yep,
So
that's
I'm
good.
able to do that, but it didn't appear on TV. It was just a vacation. But this is good because I got work done, and also after the work was done, uh, I could go to a museum, get to know the city, have something nice food of that city,
Yep.
enjoy it.
I tell you, one of the cool things about this whole celebrity entrepreneur gig is doing work in different cities. For example, I was just in Washington, D.C., working with high-level clients. And I was on TV yesterday, and I'm going to play you guys my appearance from yesterday. A couple weeks ago, I was in Washington, D.C. again with high-level clients, working with them. And one of the things that I love is traveling around the country and doing work and making money or earning my money all over the place. And you don't know where your next money-making venture is going to be. Like, you don't know what idea you're going to have in a museum or taking a walk along a path along a river park or eating in some strange restaurant out of the blue by yourself. You have no idea where the flash of inspiration is going to come from. But I'm just encouraging you to be open to the idea that these trips that you're going on to these different cities, these could just be the first times that you go there. You may go back. You may decide, and by the way, if they like you in a city, you should go back and go on the show again. You need to get on it as many shows as you can more than once. It looks more appealing to a TV producer if you have multiple clips from the same stations. That means you've done a good job. It's a very quick, easy way for a producer to say, oh, wow, this guy's been on Daytime Blue Ridge 5 times. Must be pretty good. They keep having him back. And I'm not saying that you have to go to Roanoke, Virginia every single time, because I know it's hard to get there, okay? But, you know, some cities are easier to get to than others. That's why when I had a producer in San Diego who liked me, when I was living in LA, I appeared on that show 8 times in 1 year. It was like, oh yeah, if I can get on San Diego again, it's worth it for me to drive down there. 2 hours, you know, I leave at 9, I get there at 11, I check into a hotel, I go to sleep, I get up early in the morning, and I go do the show. And then I drive back after the show is over. It's worth it to me to get on a show over and over and over. And I want to encourage you to get back on these shows as quickly as you can. And what's going to make that easier for you is having another segment that you can hit these producers with. You may want to send a written note. Dear so-and-so, I really enjoyed being on your show. Thank you so much for having me on your air. Say it like that, on your air. That's real insiders baseball right there. Thank you so much for having me on your air. I would love to come back to Roanoke. What a great little town. And here is a segment I would love to do for you in conjunction with March being International Self-Improvement Month or whatever you're going to do. And mail her a hard copy of your proposal. Why not? Please feel free to text me, email me, call me. Looking forward to hearing from you and serving you again. Leon Bree. Hey man, you know what I really thought of? Leon Bree, when you go, what gift have you been bringing them?
Bottles of wine.
You should be bringing them Brie cheese.
I could.
Yeah. You should bring them Brie cheese.
It's a matter of logistics. Yeah, I have to find out. Not every
supermarket has Brie cheese.
But really good quality, like high scale.
Hey man, like $10, whatever.
$10.
A good piece. I don't know. It's like, hey, my point is that you want to appear different. You want to come off different. And I'll tell you what, all of my people are giving them wine. And that's great. I'm happy that all my people are giving them wine. It's a great gift, especially, Crazy Greg Hanna will give them like a $75 bottle of wine. And I don't even encourage a person to give such an expensive gift. It should really be a $20 gift. But if you go to a supermarket, and like the ideal thing would be for you to find like a small wheel of Brie cheese like that goes for $10, $12, $15, right? And then you just tie a bow and a little card on it that says, "Thanks so much for having me on your air, Leon Brie," right? And I'm telling you, that's a really unique gift. They're not going to forget that. Hey, I had a gift. I had a guest on the show. His name is Leon Brie. He gave me some Brie cheese. They'll like that. I'm telling you.
Of course, that's a great idea.
Yeah. I
had a friend at one of the private clubs here. He would bring bottles of wine, left and right boxes. So what he would do, he would sign with a silver or a golden Sharpie every single bottle.
Yep.
So when we were having dinner and everyone brought wine, you would see his bottle from distance because it was always signed.
Yep.
Made it special.
I used to do the same exact thing when I was giving out bottles of wine to my chef clients in Las Vegas. I would just sign right on the bottle in silver Sharpie. Exactly. For you to personalize that gift of Brie cheese, that would be great.
Great idea.
Yeah, I think it really is. Good. All right. Well, how many appearances have you done now total?
9. I think 9. Yeah.
9.
4 last year, 5 this year. I have 2 more in February so far.
Where are those going to be?
Johnson City, Tennessee, and then Toledo, Ohio. Why are you laughing? Because it's far or what?
Johnson City, Tennessee. Wow.
Tri-Cities. Yeah, it's going to be Tri-Cities show. Daytime Tri-Cities, something like that. And
cool,
then Toledo, it's just news. But she said, okay, if you just drop by, we'll ask you questions and we'll interview you.
Good. Now, I'm telling you, you need to get on the phone and get some other shows in those cities. You can't just go there for one. You got to go there for multiples.
I tried. I'll try it again.
And did they all say, sorry, we don't do that type of stuff. We only do hard news?
In Toledo, they did. Oh, they want an event.
They want an event?
Some of them want an event, yes. Like maybe book signing or.
Okay, well, that's easy, a book signing.
Very easy if you have a book.
You don't have a book.
My physical copy is not ready yet, no. But once I have a physical copy, it's going to be much easier to book, yes.
What do you do if you don't have a book? Look, man, there's Toledo, right? They want it in Toledo. They want a book signing in Toledo. Is that right?
Anywhere, if I have a book signing, it's much easier. It seems like it's much easier to get, because it's a local thing happening.
All right. The best 10 bookstores in Toledo, Ohio. Gathering Volumes. That's in Perrysburg, Ohio. Let's make sure we get one in Toledo. Here's one, the Toledo Adult Bookstore. Oh, wrong kind of store. Sorry about that. Well, here is, look, all I'm saying is that
What's the idea?
If somebody said to you, well, do you have a local event? Now, what did I tell you at Celebrity Launchpad? Local timely hooks will get you booked, right?
And don't be a carpetbagger.
Yeah. All right.
I was even thinking about doing a segment for Valentine's Day, but not enough time. I could say how to get unstuck after a breakup.
Right.
Not enough time. It's too late.
Well, here is this bookstore called Discover Books. And all I'm saying is Discover Books in Toledo, Ohio. Now, why can't you just say,
I can. I thought about it.
why can't you just say? This Discover Books, I don't know, in the news, partnerships, referral program. I don't know that they're a physical store. You got to find a store that's a physical store. Okay. And then all you do is you call up the show and you tell them, hey, I just arranged, since I'm going to be appearing in Toledo on Channel 5 on this day, I've set up a book signing at XYZ Bookstore to coincide with my appearance on that show. And since I'm coming to Toledo, I would love to share this very important information with your audience too. And I could either be there the day before or the day after or the same day, whichever you prefer. If you're hearing they want something local, they want a local timely hook, well, then give them a local timely hook, man. Just give them what they want. Give the producers what they want. What is rule number 2?
What you just said.
Exactly. That's rule number 2, Leon. Give the producers what they want. Producer says, well, we need a local hook. Oh, okay, no problem. Hey, you asked me if I was doing a book signing. Yes, I've set up a book signing. I'll be at XYZ bookstore that night. And I'll be donating all of the proceeds from sales of my book.
Okay.
And I will be donating all of the proceeds from the sales of my book at that store to the Toledo Boys and Girls Benevolent Society. What do you care? All you're doing is you're promoting this bookstore. Why shouldn't you promote the independent bookstore?
Depending, they might say, okay, we're going to come to the store and get some footage.
No, they will never do that.
No?
Okay. I've never heard that before.
Okay.
I've never heard that before. But I'll tell you what, if they do say that, then you just go there.
Okay.
You just go there. Wait for the camera crew by the front door. Hey, how you doing? I'm Leon Bree. Yeah, you're here for the signing? Okay, great. Then you walk in the store with the camera crew from the news and you say, hey, I'm Leon Bree. I'm the author, and here's the camera crew from Fox News, and we're here to, they're here to cover my signing here. What's the store owner going to say? What signing? We don't have you scheduled for any signing. Get that camera crew out of here. We don't want any free publicity. What are they going to say?
Who knows?
I'll tell you what. I've never heard of a camera crew coming to a book signing. Never.
Okay.
They just want a local hook so that they could say, oh, and Leon Bree will be signing books today at Joe's Bookstore on Route 99 from 7:30 to 8 p.m.
At the end of the segment.
Yeah,
Right.
That's it. Give the producers what they want. Very good. I want to hear you adding on 2 more appearances to those 2. I don't want you going to Johnson City, Tennessee and Toledo, Ohio, only for 1 each. You have to add 1 more.
Well, they're back to back. They're Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
It's not Johnson City Monday.
Okay. Well, Johnson City, you're going to say, hey, look, I really want to do one I would love to do one with you also, in addition to the Fox affiliate. I'm scheduled to be on NBC in Toledo, Ohio the next day. So if it's possible, I would really prefer to do it earlier that morning, or maybe you have a Sunday show that I could appear on. I don't know.
Okay. So just figure out any possible options.
Figure it out and make it happen. Hey, is there any way I could come in and do something? Maybe I could tape something. I don't know. Make it happen.
Makes sense.
Good. Great job. And keep up those Facebook Lives and those other videos that you're doing. It's good. Really good.
One thing. What do you do? I had 2 appearances in El Paso that were taped because of the impeachment. One of them got posted. The other one, I'm still waiting. I emailed him. What do you do in that case? Is it possible that they will not air it?
It is possible that they will not air it. It is very possible. I always recommend, if you're given a choice between doing a live hit, or sometimes they'll say to you, look, we can only give you 2.5 minutes if you're live, but if you're taped, then we can give you a much more time. You always say, I'll always take the live hit every single time.
Right.
Now, what do you do? What was the station?
ABC 7.
ABC
7. And it's the host.
ABC 7, El Paso.
Yes, El Paso ABC7. It's the anchor.
Leon Brie. Have you Googled it?
I have last week, yeah. And get this, the anchor, his name is Nick. He's actually I went to CBS 4 in El Paso and interviewed with his fiance. They're dating, or they're they're engaged.
Not unusual. Yeah. Ali says they're probably the two best looking people in El Paso. Of course they're going to be in love with each other, right?
Something like that.
Leon Brie. Well, just keep searching their website and keep Googling your name and their show.
I emailed him today. He said last week he will email me a link once it's aired. So today I just checked the status.
Cool, man. You're doing great. Just keep it up.
Got it. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you very much. Let's go to Ed Bensiger. Are you there, Ed?
I am here.
All right, Ed. You've been active too. I know you've been on TV quite a bit.
Yes, I've been busy.
Yeah. What's been going on in your media touring life, and how many appearances have you done now?
Total?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Probably, I don't know. I have somewhere around 12, 13. I need to count them up.
You're getting in striking distance.
So, yeah, I'm getting there. I think I got 7 since the beginning of the year. I think I've done 7
Good.
total. Or we'll be doing 7 total.
Good. You're getting in striking distance. So
3 times it will be before Dr. Oz.
yeah, I want you to get it before Dr. Oz so that we can get your 21 club. It's very important.
That would be nice.
Yeah, you got to get the 21 club, Ed. You know what they have
Although
there?
I had what do I have there?
They have some really nice steaks there, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah, I bet. So I ran into a problem today, though. Somewhere in the Atlanta airport, I lost all my props, and I'm on air tomorrow in Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, luckily I got in enough time where I could at least go buy some hidden cameras, even the ones I had originally. So,
How did you lose?
but there's no. I really have no idea, because I had them in my carry-on. I carried them on, and I carried them off, and somewhere, I don't know what I did with them. I didn't even have a layover. All I had to do was go pick up my baggage, my luggage. That was it.
You mean they were in your luggage? They were
claim.
checked. They were checked.
No, I didn't check them. I actually have a little bag that fits underneath the seat that I carry all my props in. I think I might have left it at the baggage claim when I picked up my other luggage.
Yeah, no, Ed.
I think that's what I did.
Here's what has to happen. And, I was thinking about this. You're like, look, I was just with Minnie Malhotra in Washington, D.C., and I gave her a real hard time because she had a suitcase with all her props in it, and she checked it.
Right.
Now, when you're checking props in the luggage, you're just asking for trouble. You have to understand, Ed, your props are an essential thing. And this is what I said to her. I said, what happens, Dr. Minnie, if you check your luggage and all your props and your luggage end up in Bordeaux, France, and you're in Washington, D.C., but your luggage is in Bordeaux, France? You can't lose the props. If you don't have the props, you're screwed. As a matter of fact, Will Nobles, I don't know if he's still on this webinar tonight. I know he was on it earlier. Will Nobles went all the way to San Diego to appear on Fox 5 San Diego. He did not bring his props, and no, it wasn't Tiffany. Aida sent him home.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Don't talk bad about me.
Uh-huh. You see what I'm saying? It's true, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Luckily, I'd have probably been very unprofessional if I wasn't already in San Diego doing the other station.
Hmm.
Now, Ed, which props do you still need?
Well, the pineapple I can do away with. I mean, that's fine. I can't get that. But and I'm gonna have my cable condoms overnighted to me tomorrow, so I'll have them for Greenville.
What time is your show
But
tomorrow in Atlanta?
I got to be there at 10:30.
10:30 a.m.?
Yeah.
You might be able to get stuff in the morning.
Well, I got cameras. I have hidden cameras. I pretty much got all the hidden cameras I need again. I also got a new camera detector. So I found a little spy shop in, what is it, Norcross? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah. They have all kinds of interesting things in that little shop.
Well, where are you staying tonight?
I'm on Druid Hill.
You're in downtown Atlanta?
Right outside of Buckeye. No, I'm right by Buckeye. Or Buckhead, sorry.
Buckhead.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
All right. So now there is a Fry's Electronics
You guys have fries here?
There's a Fry's Electronics.
Hey, Will, are they like going out of business here, like they are in Phoenix, the Fry's Electronics? Are their like shelves dead, empty?
Why don't you call them? They're open until 9 p.m. Call them up.
Okay.
678
This morning,
280.
15 minutes.
Yeah, I know, but they open again at 10 a.m.
Okay.
You could send an Uber to pick up the stuff. Say, hey, this is what I need. Do you have it? Can I give you a credit card over the phone and send an Uber to pick it up right now? 678-280-0550.
Duluth, Georgia, or Milton?
Yeah, Milton,
Which one's
Georgia.
closer?
I don't know.
Milton?
Look, Ed, you better
I
get
don't know either.
stuff. You better get some stuff because you need.
I found like a USB key and stuff like that, and I'll just, I found a blank one, so I
you
can
know what
kind of
else?
play that off.
You know what else? Your condom cable, right? The condom cable is something that you want but don't have, right?
Yes.
Why don't you just?
Yeah, the cable condom, right?
Yeah. Why don't you just use a cable and say that it's a cable condom?
Oh, well, I can definitely do the cable. That's fine. That one I can play off. So.
What else?
I'm not too worried about that.
You
the
got
pineapple,
some
I'm kind of screwed. I'm just giving up on that.
Okay.
The cool thing about Atlanta, though, because I got an email from the producer today, and she wants to talk about the hidden cameras and smart TVs listening to you. So I can just drop the pineapple and talk about that. So
okay.
I'll be able to fill it up. I think it'll be okay.
So. Okay. Yeah, just use any cable and say, this is a cable condom.
Yeah.
All right. And the pineapple, you could just get any router that has lots of different antennas on it. And just call it a pineapple. Look, here's the thing, Ed.
I'll make it work.
These people don't know anything about what you're talking about. If you say it's something, they'll just believe it.
The problem I was having, when I went to Best Buy, everything they had was labeled Netgear, Linksys, D-Link, whatever. I need something that doesn't have those names on.
Why?
Well, to look authentic, really. The pineapple doesn't have a name on it.
Just put a piece of black tape over it. Cover the name with black tape.
So.
Did you hear me?
I could do that.
Yeah, cover the name with black tape.
Yeah, I could do that.
Ed, what do I say about making mistakes when you're at Celebrity Launchpad?
don't know. I got to cover them up.
Nobody knows you made a mistake.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, no one knows.
Nobody
Yeah.
knows that something is missing. Nobody knows that you don't have the right props. Nobody knows anything. They don't know anything about your topic, Ed. You could hold up this bottle and
Right.
say, hey, you see this? This looks like an ordinary bottle of water, but really, this is a 1080p HD spy camera. It's right here in the cap. It's hard to see because it's really small, but there's a spy cam right there. It records 47 hours of HD video. And if I wanted to, I could even turn this special switch right here, and it will do X-ray vision and infrared viewing. So if you're sleeping in the bed and you got this bottle right next to the bed, they're watching everything you're doing in the dark. See?
So look at this camera I found.
Yeah, that looks great.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
I mean, it just looks like a towel hook you have in the bathroom.
Oh, man, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty good. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, I got to have one of those.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool.
For your rental properties, right?
Yeah, that'll freak people out.
What other props?
So what? Well, I got the camera, the clock again, and I got the pen. So I was able to get most of them back. It just cost me like, and the detector they had, it's a better detector than I was actually using as a prop. It cost me like $200, but what are you gonna do?
Okay.
So, but
And
yeah, it's fine.
Lights? It flashes lights.
It does, but what I've noticed, like all these shows, they don't want me to really pick anything up because they just have everything laid out on the table. So I'm not really flashing the light too much.
That's bullshit. They want you to pick it up. I'm telling you, it's good. What you have to do is you have to pick it up and hold it next to your face. And when you go there, you're going to say, hey, look, I need a prop table, okay? And every prop I'm going to pick up and I'm going to hold it next to my face so you can get a good shot of it.
Okay.
Let them know you're going to hold it next to your face. The thing with the lights, you got to have it. You got to, like the prop that has flashing lights, that's your best prop.
Let me see. I haven't even got the new one out of the box yet.
That's the best prop, and you got to have it. It's funny. I was thinking about this whole thing, like, you know, some of the things that people don't know and don't understand, okay? Number one, you got to have a carry-on suitcase. You cannot be checking any bags. Number two, in your carry-on suitcase, you should have your toiletry kit, whatever you call it. Some people call it a DOP kit. Some people call it a toiletry kit. Me and Allie, we call it our honey kit. You got to have your own honey kit in your carry-on bag that lives in the carry-on.
Yeah, I had it on a carry-on. I took it off the airplane. I just don't know what I did with it once I got off the airplane.
Okay, great. Now, in the carry-on, you know what else you should have? One of the things I have, it's a tie case so that my ties don't get wrinkled. You know what I'm talking about? You have one of those?
Yeah. I do not have one of those.
Well, you should get one. This is the best thing ever. Here's my tie case. You should have one of these. It's less than $10. See?
Okay. How's that?
Good. Let me see it. I don't see the lights. Good. You gotta have.
They don't flash though. They just come on.
When
I gotta figure out
how to.
Oh, there it is.
Prop. There you go. That's what it
there,
has
I got
to
it
be
flashing.
doing.
All right.
Good.
I got it.
You should have one of these that lives in your suitcase and keeps your ties nice and wrinkle-free. Okay? And your props should go in your carry-on. They shouldn't be in a separate bag. You know why? Because it's hard enough to remember your damn carry-on, let alone the extra bag. And the props should just live in the carry-on so that when you're going on the road, you've always got your props. So just in case you can get on some TV, you're going to go on the show.
Oh, so the show in Harrisburg, it was funny because Harrisburg, I grew up there around the Amish and the Mennonite, right? That was the first station to actually use the word pervert. Like actually use the real title of the segment.
Do you have the clip?
Yeah, I put it in there.
It's in the chat?
It's in the chat, yeah. Great day, PA.
I want to see this.
I have the video. I have the video downloaded, but according to their little agreement that you sign, you're not supposed to put it on YouTube. They want you to link it to them. But like I said, I have it downloaded. I bought it.
Good. You're going to put it on, and what is it, ABC? So you're just going to say, Ed Bensinger on ABC TV, Pennsylvania. Don't say Harrison.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, right.
All right, let's see if we can see this one.
I was really surprised when they said it. It kind of made me laugh.
What? They don't want you to use it on YouTube?
No, that they actually used the word pervert.
Yeah.
In the segment.
It's a good word.
Because no one else used it. Like, Sacramento, they're like, you can't use pervert. I'm like, okay.
Yep.
And they didn't use it either. Tina was really against it.
Whatever. Give the producers what they want. Here we go.
Today, you have nothing to lose but your debt.
Welcome back. You know that 80s song, I always feel like somebody's watching me? Well, likely they are.
I know, really, because cameras are seemingly everywhere. Hidden cameras, well, obviously, you don't even see them.
Yep.
Ed Bensinger is a cybersecurity expert, and he's here with ways that spies, hackers, thieves, and perverts will try to get you in 2020. Gosh,
Oh.
how encouraging.
Yeah, that is
They are
quite a
out to
list.
get us.
But welcome to the show.
It's great to be here.
We're going to go over these things. So where are these hidden cameras? Let's start there.
Hidden cameras are everywhere. Airbnbs, hotel rooms, public restrooms, dressing rooms, they're being found everywhere. Perverts really like the
Do you have any on
restrooms.
you right now?
Disgusting.
Hey, man. You're doing great with your hands.
Thanks.
Yeah. Really good. I like it. Thank you. Let me see. I keep getting an echo. I wonder who's here and is echoing.
It could be me. I'll mute my mic. Hold on.
All right.
When you play it.
Okay. Let's continue.
Do you have any
I have them all
You have
right
here,
here.
but
I don't
not
have
on
any
you.
on me right now.
So really, what's the problem, though, with hidden cameras? So somebody takes some video of you. What's dangerous about that?
Well, your reputation is really everything nowadays. So, if, you might be doing something embarrassing and you just don't want anyone to see it.
True.
I mean, not only a sex tape or anything else, but you just don't want anyone to see your private life.
Yeah.
So whether it's your TV or watching you or these hidden cameras, like this is my personal favorite.
That's an alarm clock.
It's an alarm clock and it works like an alarm clock and it looks like something right out of Mayberry. But right above the 12, there is a 1080p motion activated night vision and can record up to 35 hours of video.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, that's great. The smoke detector,
Smoke detector.
it actually works as a smoke detector. But down here at the bottom, you have a hidden camera. Right here in this little USB charger, you can see right in the middle between the USB, it actually, there's a camera there.
Wow.
And then this pen right here in the clip. So I can put it in my shirt pocket, walk
It's like
around
a-
and record
like
everything.
A spy show.
It is.
a
Well,
spy show.
yeah, I kind of have to assume you're always being recorded in a way nowadays, too.
Oh yeah, everywhere.
Yeah.
Just assume it.
No, I could think that this could possibly be helpful in a home as a security camera. But can
You can use it at home. You know where it is, but if I'm renting an Airbnb or something like that, I expect some privacy. So I want to know it's there.
Right.
I want to make sure no one's watching me.
Good point.
Right.
Yep.
So when I go into an Airbnb, what I do is I join the Wi-Fi because they always provide Wi-Fi, and I use this app called Fing, which is just kind of short for finger.
Okay.
Right. And you scan the network, and it'll find all the devices on the network. And you'll be able to see your Roku device, your Amazon Fire Stick, whatever. When you find something strange, you want to then break out this little hidden camera detector, right?
Interesting.
Oh.
So you turn out the lights and you look through this little eye hole here, and when the infrared hits it, it'll glow bright red. It'll light up like a Christmas tree.
Wow, how about that?
So yeah.
You gotta use the lights.
Have this?
Yeah, I mean, they're only $50. Go buy one. And there you have a different range. This is the one I like. There's also a second piece to this that actually hangs from like a doorknob. And if someone opens it, it'll actually set off alarm. So it's a little more than just a hidden camera detector.
Listen, man, the whole thing is about lights. You got to understand this, Ed. It's like having here. It's like you do this, and here's your hidden camera detector, and when it hits something, then it's going to light up red like a Christmas tree, right? Or you could say, and then when it hits something, boom. See?
Gotcha.
I mean, this is a visual medium, and you need to be doing demonstrations. That's your demo.
Okay.
All right, let's continue.
That is pretty incredible. So let's get to the kind of the meat and potatoes here. What are some of the ways that hackers are going to try to steal your data?
There's a few different ways. This is called a rubber ducky. So it just looks like a normal USB drive. And it has a little storage in, but it actually has a second piece of storage in. So I can walk up to you and say, hey, I got this new picture of my puppy. Take a look. You'll be able to see my puppy. But at the same time, I'm downloading some code in the back, which will give me access to your machine.
Oh my gosh.
So this is called the pineapple, right? I can just walk around, put it on my shoulder, just no big deal. I actually took this to Vegas. And what you do is I create a Wi-Fi network, open to the public. You have people join it. And as soon as you join my network, I can start stealing all your data. I can intercept everything.
So will it look just like another public?
Just
like
I
Wi-Fi,
can name it
so-
whatever you want. I can call it Good Day PA.
Yeah. Wow.
And no big deal.
You could call it
Within
Starbucks.
10 minutes, I had so many people connected to it actually crashed the system.
Wow.
In Vegas.
In Vegas,
People are doing it.
I want you to
Oh, yeah.
say, I don't want you to say you could call it Good Day PA. I want you to say, hey, I could call it Starbucks free Wi-Fi.
Okay.
And everybody's going to join it thinking that they're on a free Starbucks Wi-Fi, but really they're on my Wi-Fi, and now I own them.
Okay.
Write that down.
Got it.
Let's continue. Let's wait until you get that. I want you to write that down. Anybody can join it. They think they're joining free Starbucks Wi-Fi, but when they're on my Wi-Fi, now I own them and I got all their data. Any passwords they put on, any kind of pictures, I can go onto their computer if I want and start poking around and taking anything I want, because if you're on my Pineapple free Wi-Fi, you belong to me. I want you to start talking dramatically. I want you to start talking entertainingly, not just delivering information, Ed.
Okay.
You're not there to deliver information. You're there to scare the shit out of people. Let's continue.
And, one last point here, and then we have to go.
This here is a USB Ninja cable. This is the scariest device, if you ask me. So wireless charging stations are being found everywhere now, airports, coffee shops, anywhere people just plug in, want a free charge. This thing, I can go in, replace the cable. I can remotely activate it when I see a phone I want to start pulling data off of, and I can capture all the data on here. So if you're going to plug into any strange cable, you want to make sure you use the cable condom. This will actually break the data lines, but still allow you to charge your phone.
Wow.
Good.
That is fantastic. Ed, thanks so much. We appreciate it. And this will be on our website, too,
Yeah,
for more
and I'm a
information.
little frightened, but thank you for the
Yeah,
information. Good frightened.
no doubt.
Good frightened. We'll be right back.
Wherever. Good segment. I don't see why you can't replace all those props with something else that looks like them.
I can get pretty close to most of them, yeah.
Good. Good. I want to see what happened in Washington, D.C.
I got invited back to Harrisburg.
Good.
Hackers, thieves, and spies are out to get you. Coming up, we'll have some of the techniques they use and some tips to beat them after the break.
Welcome back to Great Day, Washington. So, according to a Federal Trade Commission report, we are all vulnerable to online scams. However, millennials, listen up. You are particularly more so than seniors, with 40% of adults aged 20 to 29 who have reported fraud. They've ended up losing money in a fraud case, although when those aged 70 or older had a loss, the amount was greater. So I guess it's a trade-off. Now, those nefarious characters, they use many tactics to spy on you. So we have some of the tools they use and some tips to help you protect yourself with cyber expert
Hey,
Ed Bensinger.
good,
welcome.
Ed.
Great day.
Very nice. Now, I just wish you should be smiling all the time, but I like how you showed your hands. That was really good.
It's great to be here.
This is scary, but
Scary,
we're
yes.
interested to learn from you on this.
Well, the first thing I want to talk about is everyone's familiar with Ring and the Ring doorbell and the issues with that. What I want to talk about is more hidden cameras. If you go into Airbnbs, public dressing rooms, hotels, anywhere. So people are hiding these cameras everywhere. My personal favorite here is this clock right above the 12. You actually have a hidden camera that'll do 1080p, record up to 35 hours of video. It's motion sensitive, and infrared can record you in the dark.
And I know, like, we're close up on it, but it just looks like a normal clock.
Something right out of Mayberry, right? I mean, it's the old analog. No one even really uses it anymore.
It's a cute decoration.
I know.
So you have a smoke detector right at the bottom. You have a camera. That's a pretty common one. The USB charger up here. You have a camera right in the middle between the two USB ports. And the pen, we're missing this pen.
No, you
here,
can see it. You can see it. There you go. There you go.
On the pen in the clip, there's actually a camera, so you can someone can put it in their shirt pocket, walk around with it.
And this clip and heat right in
Right there. There you go.
What we were talking about, I said, how much does that pen cost? And he said, not very much.
No, you can pick it up for about $25-$30.
So it's like anyone can have this in their pocket.
Anyone can have it. It's pretty cheap.
Okay, so how do we know if these are around us?
So what I like to do is I like to go into my Airbnb. I stare at Airbnbs a lot, actually. And I join the Wi-Fi network, and I pull out my phone, and I run this little app called Thing, which is like finger, and I scan the network. And when you scan the network, it'll show you, Apple TVs, it'll show you Roku boxes, whatever. But every once in a while, you'll see these really strange things that don't make any sense by companies you never heard of. At that point, what you want to do is you want to turn out the lights, and you want to pull out your little hidden camera detector. And what will happen is when you look through that little viewfinder, and when the infrared cameras turn on, when you look through that camera, it'll light up like a Christmas tree right through the viewfinder, so you'll be able to see them. And then you want to cover that camera and report them.
So this is a little viewfinder right here that you just kind of scan. Oh, wow. How much is something like that?
Actually, that's only like $50.
Oh, so we can protect ourselves for just as cheap as they
Yeah,
get.
$50.
Now, you mentioned Wi-Fi, and a lot of us, and we talk about millennials, we all just connect to Wi-Fi whenever we get anywhere. This is why we shouldn't, right?
Yeah, this is called the Pineapple. And this is mine. I can walk around with it with just like a carrier bag. And I can create a hotspot. I can name it anything I want. I can put WUSA 9 guest, and people can join it. And when they join it, what they do is they're actually going through my device, and I can capture all the data they transmit. I actually took this to Vegas.
Yeah, man, you could use any kind of multi-antenna router, put it in a little bag, and say, this is called the Pineapple. Nobody can see what that is. It just looks like a bag.
Right. Okay.
In 10 minutes, I had so many people connected to me, it actually crashed it. It got overwhelmed.
You want to show? Can I show everybody what's inside here?
Sure.
If you open that up.
So there's a router in
just
it.
Just basically a little router, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you just carry that around, and people hook up, and
Yeah,
their information is yours.
Yeah, I use it for educational purposes. So.
I would hope so.
Yes.
I would hope so. Okay, what do we have over here?
So over here we have the USB Ninja cable. So
All right, listen. Over here we have the USB Ninja cable. You got to understand, Ed, you're not here to just say information. You are here to entertain. This is great. Look, let's talk about how what was it like a year ago for you to go on shows? Were you this calm, cool, and collected a year ago, or were you nervous?
I was pretty nervous.
I mean, your transformation,
I was nervous.
your progression, your growth is really, really great. Now you need to go to the next level. Now you're not just showing up and doing a good job. Now I want you going and performing. Now I want you going and entertaining. Now I want you to go and be using speaking techniques like I teach you at VIP speaker training. You've been to VIP speaker training. I want you ending up. I want you to change the volume. I want you to put more melody. I want you to put sustain. This is called the USB Ninja cable. I mean, do something, not just talk.
Okay.
All right, let's continue.
Everywhere, airports, coffee shops, everywhere. And people are just going in, plugging in, getting a quick charge. Well, this USB Ninja cable, I have a little remote that I can actually sit across the room. When I see someone I want to see what's on their phone or whatever, I can activate it and it'll start downloading all the data off their phone. It's great.
It's terrifying.
So you really got to be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
Real fast, the fix here is you just
This is the USB cable condom. So if you're going to use a strange cable, you better use a condom, and that's it. It actually breaks
Protects
that
it.
connection. It'll charge your phone, but it'll protect your data.
yeah.
All right.
Thank you
Yeah.
for the
Right.
solutions. right?
Yes, for
Scary out there.
help.
Okay, this is the USB cable condom. You didn't know you could get a condom for your cable, did you?
That's good.
Yeah. Especially you millennials, you should know better. If you're going to be plugging strange things in, you better wear a condom. But I tell you what, you look really great here. I mean, here I am just freeze framing it on a random frame, and look how good you look in that frame. Stud.
Thanks.
Yeah, man. You look fantastic.
They're pretty easy to work with.
Oh, they're adorable. They're really adorable and very professional and really nice. You know, much better than the host they used to have. Remember that girl they used to have?
Yeah.
That
The one
one
that
who
stole
was
my lines.
the one who was an idiot. Yeah. These girls are actually good. Good. What have you learned on this tour, Ed? How's this one been different for you?
I think I'm much more relaxed, and I'm enjoying myself doing it.
That's good. That's really good.
So that's kind of a big thing. And some of the feedback I'm actually getting from the producers and everything else,
Yep.
they like it that I basically have all my shit together. I go in, do my thing, you know, set up properly. I don't fumble around. I have it down pretty much to a T, except losing my bag. And they're pretty happy with it. I mean, it's kind of cool. Every show I've been on so far, I've been invited back. They've asked me back.
Well, when are you going back?
So I got to do my other segment. So
What do you mean?
don't be stupid around your smart TV.
Yeah.
I sent it over to you to look at, to get Clintonized.
When did you do that?
A few weeks ago.
I don't remember seeing it. Text it over to me.
You're on Verizon, right?
No, I'm not on Verizon. I'm on AT&T. Text it over to me.
AT&T, okay.
Yeah. All right, good. Text it over to me. I'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
You got to
All
get
right.
back on these shows when you can. People get fired, shows go off the air. You got to get back on as soon as you can. All right?
Mhm.
Great job, Ed.
I'm working to get that over to you.
Good.
Thanks.
This looks really good, man. This looks really good. Look at you on there. Look at that.
Yeah, that is a good shot there.
Yeah. You look like you're having fun.
I was having fun.
How come?
I think because my confidence level's up, so I can relax. I can go in there. I can be basically the expert I'm supposed to be, right?
Yeah. And this is this is not an easy station. Was there a studio audience that day when you were there, or was it just empty chairs?
No, there's people there.
There was people there. This is not an easy show. This is a big show in a big studio.
Yeah, it's kind of actually that Great Day PA was kind of big too. Their studio's pretty big. They do have a live audience there, or they can. They didn't have any that day.
Yep.
But it's kind of interesting the way they do it, because they put you all in a green room and everyone's there, and then they bring you out while the segment before you's on and set up and everything. It's kind of interesting the way they do it.
Cool, man. Well, I'm proud of you, and I want you to keep up the good work, and I want you to get back on these shows and capitalize on these opportunities. You got to capitalize on the opportunities. Like Ice-T said. Ice-T said that his whole career is a result of capitalizing on opportunities. Anytime anything happens, he just goes for it all the way.
So, good. The Pennsylvania people like me because I grew up near there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is kind of cool.
You should go on there as much as you possibly can, Ed. Seriously.
I definitely want to try again in June, because I'll be in the area. Probably before that.
Sooner is better than later.
Oh, I got to tell you something, though.
What?
So Saturday night I was in the hotel and I'm sleeping, and they're banging on the door. And I'm like, what the hell, right? I'm like, wait a minute. So I get up, I go to the door, open the door, and there's a cop out there in full tactical gear, dressed up. I was like, what the hell, man? You got the wrong door. And he's like, oh, there's an incident on the 4th floor. Everyone needs to evacuate. There's some dude up there that started shooting off some rounds. He was all drunk and depressed, and we got evacuated. And I got sent out to the expo, right, at the fairgrounds, because most of the people in the hotel were there for a rabbit breeding convention. So they set us all out so they could be with their rabbits. And I'm like, how many rabbits are out here? Like 10,000. I was like, I can't stay with 10,000 rabbits. So it was crazy.
Ed, that's the craziest story I've ever heard in my whole life.
This is crazy. I was like, okay. I'm just glad I had a sister close by. I got my sister and like, hey, pick me up at the fairgrounds. I said, I gotta go.
That's the craziest story I've ever heard in my whole life, man.
Yeah. So I don't know what's worse, the shooter or 10,000 rabbits. So, but luckily they talked him down, so they didn't have to. He wasn't the brightest one.
I mean, Ed, you realize that's a really great story, and the story is called "The Active Shooter and 10,000 Rabbits." That's the name of the story. I mean, what a crazy story it is. If that's if you're writing a book, if you were writing a book about what your experience is or whatever, that chapter would be called "The Active Shooter and 10,000 Rabbits," and people would want to read that story.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, you can't make that up, right? He would make up an active shooter and 10,000 rabbits, right?
It's fantastic, man. But look, I want you to understand something, Ed. You your career, your life, your speeches, your performances, your client interactions are all determined by you and what you say. Now, most guys who are in your position, in your industry, what do they talk about? They
Most
talk
of them
about,
are nerds.
they're just a bunch of nerds, and they're
Yeah.
talking about our MSP provides the following services and the following products, and our cloud computing repertoire includes these sort of things, and and we have 456 baud modems or whatever they're talking, some digital bullshit that they're saying, right? But you come in and you
Right.
talk about the active shooter. I was back home in my old hometown doing a TV appearance on ABC, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and I was staying at the local hotel because my sister lives out of town, and I've been in Phoenix now for a long time. I travel a lot. I was staying at the local hotel, and all of a sudden, in the middle of the night, I hear boom, 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 boom on my door, and I'm like, "What the heck is going on?" And I open the door, and there's a cop, 6'8" tall, in full black tactical gear. He's got goggles on. He's got his guns drawn. I'm like, "What the heck, man? I think you got the wrong." I mean, this dimensionalizes you so much in the eyes of a prospect. When you start telling stories like this, how can they not like you when you're telling a story and it ends up that there's an active shooter and they take you out and bring you out to the fairgrounds? And what's at the fairgrounds? The rabbit conference. And there's 10,000 rabbits at the fairgrounds. And I had to have my sister come and pick me up because I just couldn't spend a whole night listening to 10,000 rabbits getting busy. You know what that sounds like? Have you ever heard even 1,000 rabbits getting busy all night? I'm telling you, it ain't pretty.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, it kind of turned into comic relief. I mean, not that it was, it was serious, don't get me wrong, but
Fantastic. Keep up the great work, Ed. I want you to understand something. I really want you to get this. What you are doing and what you have done is not normal. What you are doing and what you have done and the things you're going to do, these are outstanding things that very, very few IT consultants are doing, Ed. You're an outstanding person, and you should take yourself, you should treat yourself well because of the things that you're willing to do, how far out of your comfort zone you're willing to go. There's not a lot of IT guys who are willing to go this far. Think about Robin Robbins. Think about the other events that you go to where there's hundreds or thousands of guys just like you, except none of them is doing what you're doing.
no. Except the ones that, work with you.
And there's not that many.
There's a lot of other people there. No, there's a lot
not
of
that many
other people there.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, look, man, when you talk about you and the work you do and the stories you tell, you think it's like, oh, well, this is just common. It happens to everybody. It doesn't happen to everybody. You think that everybody knows that if you're using a USB cable on your phone in today's day and age, you really got to use a USB cable condom. You think everybody knows that. They don't. You got to stop talking about stuff as if it's nothing. You got to stop talking about the work you do as if it's nothing. You got to stop talking like, how do you charge $10,000 for something if you don't talk about it in a way that makes it seem like it's something? If you just talk about it, if you just act like, look, I'm just going to drink out of this cup. Just going to drink out of this cup. Or you could say, aha, you see what I have here? This is the Bellagio Black Mug. And you know what's in the Bellagio Black Mug? Some of the rarest espresso in the world. You know how they make these beans? These beans are consumed by elephants, and they are shat out by the elephants. And then they have guys that go through the elephant dung and pull out the undigested beans. And then they are shipped from there to Tibetan monks who carefully roast the shat out elephant beans and pack it in 1 ounce packages and ship them only to very, very exclusive elephant shit coffee bean stores. And there's only 2 of them in the United States. And here I have 1 ounce of this. Ah, nothing like it. See, that's the difference between a $5,000 cup of coffee and a $1.49 bottle of water. See what I'm saying? Story. The story is the difference. And you need to become a better storyteller so you can start making more money and closing more deals, even more than you're already doing. But it's up to you to make the story seem important. It's up to you to tell a story in a way that makes it sound better than it even is. That's marketing.
Okay. Let's see. Is that good?
Yeah.
I got it charged now, so.
That's what I'm talking about.
I can do that.
Good.
This one has cool antennas on too, so it looks more impressive.
Good. Your job is to be impressive. Your job is to be more dramatic. Your job is to make what is simple to you sound important and impressive to the observer. If you make it sound simple, you're not doing them any favors.
Okay.
And you're not doing yourself any favors by making what you do sound like it's nothing.
Gotcha.
This is why, you know how like when you have a formula for success, you should name the formula. Why? Because it makes it sound like more. Like Robin Robbins, right? She has keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Keep it real.
She asks me this all the time. I think I know it by now.
You don't know it?
Hold on a minute. I do.
Is Will Nobles still on here? Will Nobles.
Will knows it.
I'm here.
It's an acronym, right?
It's actually, yeah, it's full words that's associated with each letter.
Yeah.
Remember.
What are the words, Will? Do you know?
No, I don't know. I can't remember.
How the hell are you going to win MSP of the year if you don't know what it is to keep it real?
That's a good question.
You better.
Are you doing the better your best?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You're
got
doing the better your best.
Yeah, I got the top 5.
Oh, nice. Good luck.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I tell you what, Will. Part of the way you're going to learn it is you better learn what the hell keep it real means, and your whole presentation should be about how
rewarding, easy, lucrative. Rewarding, easy, attractive, and lucrative.
There you go, attractive.
Yeah.
Rewarding. How is rewarding different than lucrative? Huh?
I don't think rewarding has anything to do with money. Lucrative is the money side. Rewarding is, I think, more the
personally rewarding.
Happiness.
Paul, where'd you find that at?
Google.
I know, I just Googled it too.
Google.
Powerful thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when
you're not
doing,
under stress, you're able to do things like that.
When you're doing When you're doing your best presentation, your whole presentation better be about how you keep it real. You'll get a lot of points for that, man.
That's true.
Yeah,
It's like a testimonial.
it is a testimonial about how keeping it real. Of course, the guy who's keeping it the realest is the one who's driving the Aston Martin. Attractive. See, all the stuff that we do here is about being attractive. Attracting people to you. That's what you're the king of, Will. You got giant companies calling you up out of the blue. Hey, man, we've been seeing what you're doing. It's really cool, and we want you to be our technology provider. That's what you're hearing. That's attractive. That's the definition of attractive.
I agree.
Yeah, and that's where all the money is. Because when you're not the one chasing them, when they're the one coming to you, it's a whole lot easier to get 5 times as much as everybody else is getting.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, look, this was a great webinar. Look what a great webinar. What a great webinar. Watching people on TV, loving it. People getting on shows from cold calls. Which of these shows were cold calls for you on this tour, Ed? The Pennsylvania one was a cold call. What else? Atlanta was a cold call.
Tomorrow's Atlanta, and Monday Greenville, South Carolina is a cold call too.
Fantastic. That's where it's at, Ed. And I'm really proud of you for making that happen. Ed is a titanium client. Allie helps him where she can. But really, guys, the real, like, you know, you guys know about Sean King. He did like 32 TV appearances, and his 32nd one was on Fox LA. And the way you get there, the way you get to Fox LA is from cold calls, going on all kinds of shows, earning it, making yourself feel like you deserve it because you've been on every show in America. That's what it's all about, getting on every show in America. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing you on every show in America. Good night, everybody.